Alright, y'all, I'm back. Trying to figure out a way to hold my food and hold the camera at the same time while I'm making my way back home. So, yeah, in the last video, I basically explained to y'all the incident that happened at the Dollar Tree. And like I said, I was literally just caught in the middle of it, basically, and some bullshit that ain't got nothing to do with me. But like I said, because I was in there on some in and out shit, and most of the time I am. I ain't in there just loafing around goddamn store unless I genuinely got something to shop for, and I'm looking for something, and I'm trying to get a good deal. Well, bro, as fucked up as that incident is, as goofy as that incident is, that seems to be the norm out here. Rudeness and nosiness are the norm out here. That's just how these motherfuckers are. And you know, I hear conflicting stories because, you know, every blue moon, and I do say, and I say that to the T, when I say every blue moon, you'll find some Coloradans who got some sense, who act like they got some home training. You encounter that every now and then. Because a lot of people, you know, what they try to do a lot of times is that they try to blame the influx of people from out of town who they try to blame the influx of people from out of town. They try to blame, so yeah, basically projecting, saying that it's the out of towners who's messing the city up. It's their fault. So the very Californians and Texans who put money into the state, they're the ones who's got Colorado looking all messed up, right? Right. We all know that's some bullshit. Cause let me direct your attention to an incident that happened to me this year, back in the spring. Since I've been out here, I've been a faithful and loyal customer of this store branch called Safeway. So one fateful day, I'm going in the Safeway, going at, you know, making off with, you know, what I can grab, and basically on some grab and go type stuff. I grab some, get a couple goodies, go to the register, pay my stuff, and bone out. Until one fateful day, I go up in there looking for some candy, and this goofy ass Denver police officer walks up to me and berates me, telling me that I'm trespassing. And I'm just sitting up there like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm just in here making a purchase. And then he starts going off talking about how can't tell me which day it was, but telling me that the manager told me not to come in here, that I can't be in the store. No realm of reason why, no what you did. Well, you was over there looking at some girl's boot. Like, none of that. Making up the laws as they go along. This is you, Colorado, making up the laws as you go along. And then the store manager comes up and basically agrees with the officer and basically tells me that, oh, I told you, making up some, I think she said, I told you yesterday. I wasn't even in the store yesterday, or the day prior. Yesterday to that day, anyway. Last day I was in that store prior to that day, because I think it was a Tuesday, was the Friday before. And I know that because I specifically remember going in there and looking for some, because I was looking for pizza dough. And I went up to the workers and asked them, hey, do you have pizza dough? To which he directed me, and needless to say, I bought some of it. Because that's what I was trying to tell her. I go in this store. Yeah, Merry motherfucking Christmas, by the way. Fuck Christmas. Merry Christmas, these nuts. And I tell her, I mean, I don't even understand what's going on. I come in here all the time. I've been a customer for 5 motherfucking years. You know what her response to America? Do you want to, hey world, you want to know what the store manager's response to that was? When I told her that I'm a faithful customer and I've been coming here, I got a Safeway membership card. I've been coming to your store, patronizing your business for the past 5 years. You want to know what her response was? Let's tell it on the mountain. This ain't no live stream. This ain't no live chat, so I'm not going to ask, oh, press 1 if you want to hear what her response was. I'm going to assume y'all want to know what her response was. After I got berated by some retarded ass police officer of the Denver PD, not Aurora. I don't live in Aurora. I live in Denver. If y'all want to go that route. Because we know Aurora's goofy. We know Aurora. Do we know that Denver's goofy? Do we know that? I know that. But you want to know what that store manager response was when I basically pleaded in my defense? Because I don't even know what the fuck is going on. I don't know why I'm being trespassed. And I never was given a reason. I was never given a reason. I was just told I can't shop here no more. And I was told that she told me that, which is a bold-faced lie. I was never told that. Because I wasn't even there the day that you claim. I wasn't even there the day she claimed that she told me not to come in there. I wasn't even there then. But you know what her response was when I said that? I don't care. I'm gonna let that sink in while I straighten my pants out. She said, I don't care. Let that marinate a little bit. And you know, ever since that incident happened, I've been seeing more reports of, not just in Colorado, but all across America, of black folks walking into stores they've never been in cities they've never been in. They're just passing by and getting trespassed. So apparently that's the new thing now. Let's trespass black people from stores and get them caught up on criminal charges, not only because we don't want them there, but also we trying to get them caught up in the penal system. It's not lost on me that this is the kind of thing that's going on in America as a whole. We gonna get you caught up for patronizing. Make this make sense, world. Make this make sense, America. Make it make sense. We gonna get you caught up in the penal system for patronizing my business. How dare you walk into my place of business and purchase my items? How dare you do that, nigga? How dare you buy things that cost way more than these good white folks that I'm trying to cater to, who are college age, knowing damn well they can't afford that shit, which is why they don't purchase it. They over here buying DiGiorno pizza, frozen pizza. I'm up in that motherfucker buying ribs, lamb, steak, salad, IT, medicine, minding my own Negro business, patronizing your business, and I'm getting trespassed. Explain yourself. Explain it to the world. Tell it to the world, Colorado. You fucking cowards. You fucking Colorado cowards. Tell it to the world. Explain yourself. What's going on? What's going on? You nosy enough? You stay in my business, or you try to until I tell you to fuck off. What's going on? And why are you treating people like this? Why are you trespassing people supporting your business? Let me ask you this. Are you trespassing the shoplifters? Are you trespassing the people walking into your place of business and stealing and boning the fuck out? Are you doing that? Are you criminalizing them? Because in case you haven't noticed, they're the criminals. They're the ones committing a crime. Shoplifting is a crime. We gonna talk about it, or you gonna walk off like the bitch-made cowards that y'all are, like you always do? Y'all can probably tell by the tone of voice I can't stand these motherfuckers, and I got a very low fuse when it comes to these motherfuckers, because that's just how these people are in Colorado, bro. They are some of the most nosy and some of the most rude people you will ever experience in your motherfucking life. I dare say, y'all think Californians are rude? Hell no. I've never even been to California before, but I don't think, nah, bro. Not from what I've experienced, and I've run into a handful of Californians. I ain't never had no fucked up incidents with no California people. And I'm not saying every single Californian's cool people, but the Californians that I've run into in the past, they cool people. They cool. And I've run into a lot of them here, and guess what? Not just Californians, everybody who lives in Colorado, but who ain't from Colorado, guess what? You can sit up here and call me disgruntled all you want, but guess what? Everything that I'm saying about your goofy Colorado ass, they say the same exact thing, which tells me you lying. You just covering up. You making excuses for yourself. You making excuses for your behavior. See, the shoplifting incidents, to me, it's nothing more than the direct consequence of a group of people who've gotten so greedy and so powerful that they honestly think that they can treat the people who, mind you, I mean, no sense of the planet does this make sense. It ain't no quantum aspect that we can put in this and make it make sense. We can't. And then you wondering why you got shoplifters. That might be on some universal punishment shit. Because don't think I walked out and took that. Because I tried now. Because people tell me all the time, you know, since that happened, that I should try to sue them. You don't think I tried that? You don't think I went to the lawyers? You don't think I went to the ACLU to no avail? Hell, I went to CBS. Because they got CBS out here. I was going to tell my story on the mountain. So that we could demand that you give an account. What you mean I'm trespassed? Is this what happens when you got the criminal element? See, America is so twisted and contorted that you will have the criminal element being in a position of power, making criminal, and yeah, As much as you accuse me of being a criminal, I guess you would know, right? Because it take one to know one, don't it? Don't it take one to know one? Only thing is, you trying to get me criminal trespass, you trying to get me arrested, but you not showing the same energy to the motherfucking shoplifters who are walking up in your shit and walking right the fuck out. Are you trespassing them? And why in the fuck, why are you trying to shortchange people patronizing your business and feeling some type of way when they're asking for their money back, when they're asking for their change? Why are you doing it? And then in question 3, why are you telling people patronizing your business to buy their things and get out? Why are you talking to them like that? You don't talk to the customer like that. And all she's trying to do is lend a helping hand. Something that clearly and obviously you're incapable of. You're part of the system. And you just may hear the indignation in my voice, but all it is, I'm here to tell you, it's not a sign. Don't take my indignation for a sign of emotional investment in this country, in this nation, because I'm here to tell you that day is long past. If anything, it's a sign of indignation of what a functional society should be, how it should operate, and it's not operating like that. Because you know what I've come to realize over the course of time, and Colorado has definitely taught me this. Colorado has shown me this. If Tennessee didn't, what Tennessee failed to show me, trust me, Colorado is making up for the difference. As men as a whole, and decent people in general, we ain't got no place in this society. We ain't got no place in this society. I dare say that's why I got trespassed. I dare say that's why both of them ladies got treated the way they were treated. And I was thinking, shit, I should have had Babushka with me, so that, yeah, it sounds like that dog telling me I'm trespassing. Wish he'd shut the fuck up. I wish I had Babushka over to tell that police officer what she told that security guard. You don't talk to me like that. You don't talk to me like that. Up here, berating me like some common criminal. Talking to her like some trash, bro. Buy your things and get out. Buy your things and get out. Dumbass. Let me tell your stupid ass something, motherfucker. If it wasn't for customers like her, if it wasn't for customers like me, you wouldn't even have a business to go to and guard that place. And I don't know what you're guarding, because you ain't doing nothing with the shoplifters. And they're gonna be the ones to crash. They're gonna be the ones to crash all of it, because you know what happens when. I don't know if you knew this, dumbass, but if a store gets looted enough times, that store has to make a certain kind of quota, even if it's not a franchise. It has a certain amount of money that it's expected to make in a fiscal year. It's a business. So if that store fails to meet its demands, or there's constant instances of it being looted and shoplifted and robbed, corporate owners are going to be looking at that. I'm like, we ain't making no money. If anything, we're losing money. We're putting money into a store just to have it looted. The hood booger don't understand this. And then you wonder, and then you niggas, you wonder why you got food deserts in your hood. Well, maybe if you stop robbing. That's what I'm saying. You Negroes are your own worst enemy. I keep saying that about black people. You're your own worst enemy, nigga. That's why I had to leave Memphis. I couldn't do nothing with them niggas. I couldn't. It ain't that I didn't want to. I couldn't. You couldn't. It ain't like Black Wall Street. When black people were on code. But dumbass, they lose the store. They lose the store. Not only does that cashier lose her job, motherfucker, you lose your job because your company, yeah, you may not work for the Dollar Tree, but you ain't got no place to guard. You a security guard. You a security guard without a place to guard, without a place to do your job, which means you're gonna be out of a job. Young nigga, you don't understand that. You don't understand that. For whatever reason. So that's what I mean when I say maybe, just maybe, as bad as it is, because Lord knows I wouldn't want no place of business and constantly seeing my shit get raided and shoplifted and ransacked and just fucked with, because I'd be like, nah, fuck that. I'd be up there telling the security guards, I don't care, talking about this Colorado nigga, I don't care if we in Timbuktu, motherfucker walk up out this store, blow his ass off. Not my store. Not my store. Fuck you mean. I've seen it, bro. I've seen it. I've seen, they got King Supers out here. It's really Kroger, but they call it King Supers here. I've seen incidents firsthand. I can't believe it's been so long ago, too. Hold on. Put my gloves on. It's cold than a motherfucker out here. Fuck around, catch motherfucking hypothermia. Damn. Yeah, I'm back home now. I'm just sitting outside my gym, sitting on my isolateral bench press. So one time, bro, I went to King's. We call it King's. It's really Kroger. For people outside of Colorado, basically Kroger. And I'm walking up in there, it's like 2-3 more other niggas, like black folk, walking along with me. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What, we the Partridge Family or something? What the fuck is going on here? What's going on? I'm like, well, whatever, nigga. I mean, cause it had to have been like October, because I wanted to get some chicken bratwurst. And at that particular King's, they have like different types of European cheeses. So I got my couple very expensive pieces of Combalozza, basically $10 a pop. Basically expensive than a motherfucker. And I dipped. I got some Frankfurters. I got some chicken bratwurst, and I got my expensive ass German cheese, and I dipped. So shortly after I did that, and I'm making my way back home, one of them shines just jolts out, like bones out, with a whole shopping cart full of groceries. Man, this nigga was dashing like Carl Lewis, bro. With that, that nigga looked like he trained his whole life for that moment. When I tell you that nigga got his shit, like I heard this loud ass rattle, I'm like, what the fuck was that? I turn around, I see one of them niggas dashing all the way, and across the street, there's this apartment complex with a garage. That nigga dashed all the way down there to the garage. And they just, and the ironic part is, They just put that motherfucker up. They just built that up. That nigga boned the fuck out. And you know, I was just thinking, you know, at this King Supers that, you know, it's over closer to my house, you know, they have magnetic seals on their shopping carts. Even within the vicinity of the parking lot, those shopping carts stop. They just stop. And you can't even go back. Like, they stop. They will not stop until, I mean, they won't move until an employee comes out and reactivates it or something. So I was just thinking, well, damn, if loss prevention is trying to stop, and you know, this King Supers is more up to par. Well, I guess that makes sense. It's more up to par. So and you notice that, you know, there's a huge difference between the Krogers in the hood and the Krogers in the suburbs. So there's a huge difference between the Kroger in Denver and the Kroger in Glendale, or King Supers rather. Same shit, different name. Because like I said, out here they call it King Supers. So you would think that they would be up to par as far as making their shopping carts magnetic, so that after a certain point, especially beyond the King Supers premises, the parking lot and everything, beyond that, you ain't gonna have nowhere to go because the shopping cart's gonna lock up on you. It didn't do that. So dude just made off with shit, probably a good $200 worth of groceries. And I mean, again, I'm just here to point out the fallacies of clearly a society that's walking. Not only is it walking ass backwards, it's walking handstanding. This is where we at. This is where we at. This is where we are as a society, where the customers are treated like common criminals more so than the motherfucking people who are actually committing the crime. Shoplifters. And you know, you can't determine somebody a shoplifter unless they walk out. But if there are people walking up to the cash register and they're ringing stuff up, you can assume until and unless they do something else, like give you the illusion, because I'm pretty sure anybody can walk up to a cash register and pretend like they're about to make a purchase and then just dash off. But as soon as they get to that point, they got a shit ton of groceries or whatever it is they got, however little, however much, and they're scanning, they're ringing up. You can assume from there, I'm like, okay, this dude ain't trying to shoplift. And by the time he pull out the wallet and produce either a card or cash, I'm like, you already know. That's a customer. But only in goofball ass Denver, Colorado. And I personally, as crazy and as goofy as Colorado is, I dare say this is America as a whole. Because like I said, I've seen countless videos, and hell, and you know, the funny thing is there, and you know, and most of which were from the South, you know, like Texas, Louisiana, and even there, not to say it makes it any better, even there, they're at least accusing those individuals of shoplifting. So you're accusing specifically black people going into a store, buying some shit, you're accusing them of shoplifting, whereas here in Colorado, pretty much y'all are enabling and you are enabling them. You're enabling shoplifters. You have security who can't do shit with these people. It ain't a damn thing they can do about it. Especially if they steal, I think it's only a certain amount. Like, they have to steal. I mean, look at how it's set up. Look at the setup. It has to be a substantial amount before the police will even get involved. You're enabling them. You're saying, I mean, and who wrote that rule? You know, back in the day, and that's parts of the world. I mean, I know I'm speaking through the spirit. Some's coming through. Some's coming out. Some has to, like, some. I mean, I know this too because this thought just came up. Do you know, to this very day, there's parts of this country, parts of this world, that if you steal something, no matter how great or small, they take the hand that you stole it with. They cut your hand off. Nigga, you can steal an apple. We don't care. We take whatever. I'm like, you ain't gonna steal an apple no more. Nigga, you could steal a beet in those parts of the world. They're taking, like, what hand did you use to steal? That's the hand. Well, that's the hand. You ain't gonna steal with that hand no more. Never again, bro. That's they get down. That's what they do over there. Not here. Man, America must got it. Y'all must got it good. Y'all must got it good. Y'all have set up, and that's what happens when criminals get into positions of power. And that's what I mean when I'm finally starting to realize that I had no place in this goofball ass society, because it's been overtaken by just that, goofballs. Real criminals in badges, criminals in positions of power, masquerading as functioning members of society, making you out to be the criminal. Like I was talking about in Canada. It's ass backwards, and that ain't no society to be engaging in, because, you know, one of my biggest pet peeves in this society has been looking for a job, and I'm pretty sure black men can attest to that, because that's always been a problem. Not so much here, but definitely back in Memphis. And it's a good thing I found my job, because I don't think if I lost my job, God forbid, I don't think I'd be able to find a job, even with a car, even with my education, even with all that shit that's paying as much as what, you know, I'm making now. I don't think I'd be able to. Not in today's climate. I don't think. And it's expensive than a motherfucker out here. But all that does is it tells me we ain't got no place. I don't have a place in this society, despite all the things I have to offer. And what do you get from me? What do you get? You know what you get? You get a polyglot. You got somebody who can navigate the world. If I can't do nothing else with these foreign languages, with these 52 languages that I speak, I can navigate this motherfucking world. I can talk to my fellow man from Ukraine, from Russia, from Venezuela, from Japan, from South Korea, from China, from Cambodia, from Brazil. I can do that. And then on top of that, if that wasn't good enough for your insatiable ass, if that wasn't good enough for your, I hesitated because this wind's blowing around. Shit, it's getting windy, and I'm getting cold. But I'm heated. Yeah, I got something to say. If that wasn't good enough for your ass, and we got engineering, bioengineering, electrical engineering, civil engineering, biochemistry, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, aerospace engineering, material science, software engineering. I'm doing all of them shits. I want it all. They're offering it. I'm paying for it. I'm like, I'm paying you money. I mean, I hope, because, you know, I've started just now with bioengineering. That's my official major, quote unquote. But I hope I don't encounter no trouble by the river when it's time. Oh shit! When it's time to tell CU Denver that I ain't through with your ass. Cause yeah, you put it on here. You officiated my major is bioengineering. And I got a whole bunch of majors besides that. I'm trying to get in as many as I can. And I've already been admitted. So what's the problem? I'm paying you money for it. Like I said, I've already completed bioengineering and biochemistry, so you damn skippy, I'm going after the other sciences. Things that uphold a society. You need engineers for a society. I don't know if you've forgotten that or have lost the basic principles of that, but you need engineers, bruh. And I dare say you need translators, unless your society is so homogenous like Japan that you can get away with just speaking English or just get away with speaking Japanese. I'm here to tell you, America's not like that. America's not like that. It don't work that way in America. This ain't Japan. This ain't China. As much as you would like to hold on to the pipe dream that we speak English in this country, it's a whole gang. America is a melting pot. It's probably one of the biggest melting pots in the Western Hemisphere. I dare say even more so than neighboring England and Germany, France. Everybody from around the world live here. And I can personally attest to that. Because like I said, I run into Burmese, Ukrainian, Russian motherfuckers all the time. Everybody here, everybody is here. Everybody from all over is here. Like it or not. Like it or not. You think I like it? I don't like hearing about but you know what, even with that said, because I often gripe about the resources that America is being stretched out thin on, because as much as I hate this country, I still got to live here until I finally decide to get all my things together and bone the fuck out. I still got to live here, and this is still my country. I'm still an American citizen, so I like to think I have a right. I have a right to my freedom of speech to express concerns about America stretching its own resources thin, stretching my tax dollars thin on things that really ain't even our concern. I think I have a right to express concern about that. I think I do. Provided America hasn't gone full-blown commie, hasn't gone full-blown communist, because from the looks of it, it sure as hell looks like it, and socialist at the very least. It sure as hell looks like it. But like I was telling somebody at the gym, all this is with all this money going down the drain, with rent going up, with inflation on the rise, all this is and the incidents that we the people are experiencing, by the way, all this is, it's the downfall of Western society. Nothing more, nothing less. And I dare say we low-key saw it coming. I mean, people have only been speaking about it for years. They've been speaking about it for years. The downfall of society. And part of that downfall is criminalizing not the criminals. Because, take my former city of Memphis, for example, and all the slaps on the wrist they're getting for murder, theft, breaking and entering, smash and grabs. Like, these are heinous ass crimes. Never mind murder, just running up in the motherfucking store and just taking they shit. Crimes that should you would think would have 20-year sentences. They're giving them slaps on the wrist. And now The police, the American police has become nothing more than a terrorist organization going around harassing your average 9-to-5-er, your average law-abiding citizen, who mind you, whose tax dollars is paying for that badge, for that car, for that gun, for that uniform. All those resources police across this country have to terrorize your ass, to make you out to be the criminal. 9-to-5-er or independent businessman, businesswoman, law-abiding citizen, somebody who ain't out here breaking the law. They out here making the laws as they go so that you can break it. This is America, people. World, I want you to understand. I want you to see this. Hear it from me. And if you don't, I mean, you ain't got to take my word for it. Look what's going on. But if you do believe in the concept of hearing it from the horse's mouth, hear it from my mouth. Believe what I'm telling you when I tell you that this is America. This is what America has become. And low key, I'm not in the least surprised. Much as it pisses me off, I'm not even surprised. You know, I've been looking at, I've known about MMA for years, obviously. I mean, I'm setting up my own MMA gym. Not that I support the sport of MMA. I don't even support MMA culture. I don't fuck with MMA like that, bro. But now, it's just like, it's like adding stink. It's like adding shit on top of shit. What's going on with Western society? I've looked at, and yeah, I know I'm running on a tangent, but it's for the same intended purpose as far as talking about the decline of Western society. With this whole new rise of this thing called, I think it's called slap fighting or slap boxing, one or the other. It's either called slap fighting or slap boxing. And ironically enough, the owner of UFC, Dana White, this is how sick and psychotic a lot of these people are. He actually took the idea of slap boxing or slap fighter, or so he claims, from the incident that he got into with his wife when I don't know who started it, and I really don't care. I think she slapped him and then he slapped the shit out of her back, something like that. I mean, just sick. But I'm here to tell you, they was already doing that in the ghetto. They was already doing that slap boxing. I mean, I just want to point out the real origins of what y'all doing, and the fact that it's blown up globally. Like it's big for whatever reason. It's huge in Eastern Europe, like countries like Poland and Russia. Niggas just standing there taking it, standing right there and getting basically getting mollywopped. Not with a fist, but with a whole hand. And people can't figure out, and people have died from these events. There's been at least one death, at least one. And people can't figure out why. Well, a slap is not like it's harder than a fist. Actually, it's worse than a fist. You know why it's worse than a fist? A full-fledged slap from the hip, that's worse than a haymaker with a fist. You know why? Because with a full palm, it's relaxed. Your bones are in alignment. Like, so even with this tree here, I can't do nothing punching this motherfucker, but I can hit this motherfucker so hard I can make the twigs rattle. Look what we're becoming. Look what we're becoming as a society. And we already seen it coming. Babylon is to fall. I mean, it's going to fall. But I'm just here to point out that we're there, and I'm here to point out all the pinpoint, eyewitness evidence thereof that we run into and encounter on a day in, day out basis, which has caused me, since I've been here in Colorado, not to engage in too many of, not to engage in, just engage in the bare minimum. Do what you got to do. I got to go to work, so it is what it is. Some people are bolder than that. Some people don't work. They stay in their mom's basement somewhere and play World of Warcraft all day. Some people are homeless and choose to be. I don't have that luxury, y'all. It's cold in the motherfucker out here. You think I would want to be homeless out in this? It's December in Colorado. It's at least 20 degrees with a wind chill. It's cold in a motherfucker. So I gotta work. You don't work, you don't eat. Nor have a roof over your head. Protect you from the elements like this.